Okay, coming up in the next hour, we have the Shiny Happy playlist. So if you like the half hour, I think you're going to like that too. We're going to kick off with Bob Marley on BBC Radio 2. This is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker, and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 7 o'clock. This is Mike Powell. A man who was wounded by a gunman in an attack that killed a 9-year-old girl has been arrested by Merseyside police. 35-year-old Joseph Nee is being treated in hospital but will be questioned about the murder of Olivia Pratt-Corbell. The Chief Constable, Serena Kennedy, said the investigation was progressing at pace. This woman has lived in the area for more than 50 years and her grandson was in Olivia's class.
Yesterday was terrible for all the children, but he was close to Olivia, being in the same class, and you know the things he was coming out with, a 9-year-old. He was very, very sad today. We've asked him how he is. He's just said, "I'm angry."
Boris Johnson has announced a £54 million package of military aid for Ukraine as the country celebrated 31 years of independence from the former Soviet Union. During a surprise visit to Kyiv, the Prime Minister told Ukrainians that they can and will win the war. The government has said that most hospital patients and care home residents in England will no longer be regularly tested for COVID unless they have symptoms. From the end of August, nurses, doctors and other care workers will also not be offered free lateral flow tests unless they fall sick. Our health correspondent Jim Reid reports.
Free COVID testing for the general public ended in April in England, but did continue in some high-risk settings. Now, the government has said that from next week, most hospital patients, care home residents and healthcare staff will not be routinely tested unless they fall sick. The Health Secretary, Steve Barclay, said a sharp decline in COVID infections meant that most asymptomatic testing could be paused. The Royal College of Nursing immediately called for the government to rethink the decision, saying the NHS must not risk a backward step at a time when services were under enormous pressure.
The Olympic gold medal cyclist Katie Archibald has written an emotional social media post about how she tried to save the life of her partner who died lying next to her. Mountain biker Rab Wardell, who was 37, won a national title last weekend. His close friend James McCallum, himself a champion cyclist, said he was an amazing man.
We're all very, very proud of everything that he's achieved, and the legacy is such a cliche. It's actually a word which gets used far too much, I think. But legacy and legend are two words I think every single person will nod their head at when they think of Rab and when they talk of Rab.
In golf, the PGA Tour is increasing the prize money at 12 of its events to match the rewards on offer from its new Saudi-backed rival, Live Golf. But Tour's chief says players who have joined the breakaway league will not be welcome back. The weather tonight turning largely dry for a time before sharp showers arrive in the southeast. Scotland and Northern Ireland mostly clear with the odd shower. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 7.
Thanks, Mike.
Now, the Shiny Happy playlist.
There's going to be big tunes.
Blowing the roof off Radio 2.
Shiny Happy. If you want to get absolutely bouncing,
This is where it's at. BBC Radio 2.
Hello, good evening. It's Adele Roberts here. Wonderful to have you with us. Welcome along to the show. I'm sitting in for Jo this week while she's off on her holidays. So every night on this show, we play back-to-back floor fillers between 7 and 7:30. Half an hour to have a dance or a sing-along, let off steam, have a party in your kitchen, use the tunes however you wish. And of course, your messages. That makes the music sound even better. So please send them in. You might have a shout out for someone special. You might just want me to say hello to you. Totally up to you. We'll read out as many as possible over the next half an hour. Please text me 88 to 91 or you can email adeleroberts@bbc.co.uk. All right, let's begin. Should we do this?
BBC Radio 2. The Shiny Happy playlist.